Hey, how you guys doing? I hope well. Well, as you can see, I am out in nature. It's this really great forest preserve by my home, and I never took advantage of it. Out of almost 8 years I've been in this location, save for the past maybe year. And it's been great getting out here, just absorbing this Mother Gaia energy and assisting with healing and grounding. It's just been great. It's a wonderful thing to do. I think most spiritualists are gonna suggest that you get out of nature when you can. So yeah, for someone that wasn't brought up like this and didn't do it for the majority of my life on this earth, who did start doing it on the tail end, not of my life on this earth, but the tail end of my or mid journey, I should say. It's great. Just wanted to put this online for anyone who's thinking about it. Some ways to have those come to home moments. You're bringing yourself home. Yeah, this is great. So I suggest you do it. So just some random thought that I have had recently. Which is part of the reason why I'm just sitting here. Usually I just walk, but I found a tree stump that I'm sitting my butt on just to kind of take in things. And just, to help assist with clarity for me on some things that I got in the air, which I have quite a few balls juggling, decisions that I have to make like relatively soon, because that spirit of stagnation, boy, it's something else. And you like, okay, yeah, I'm looking around. I tend to be very mindful. As beautiful and great as it is getting out in a forest preserve, and they're generally safe. You still got to be careful, depending on where you are located. I know where I'm located, there's coyotes. There's been an influx of coyotes, and from my understanding, they typically don't bother you. The forest preserve people state that they generally don't bother you. They're actually more scared of you than you are of them. However, I still am trying to stay clear of them. You just never know. A lot of them are hungry and they're scavenging for food. So I'm not trying to deal with that. If I look out and pay attention, and if I see anything that don't look like a deer, which even with deer sometimes you got to be careful, but I just slowly back up and walk away. I'm not trying to be all I can be out here and thinking I'm all that in a bag of chips or whatever. I do pray on myself I'm not living in fear, but you got to use common sense, right? So yeah, the random thought that has been on my mind is being thankful. I complain, and anybody that act like they don't complain and they're just so love and light all the time, you know what? I can't say if nobody in the world is like that, because I don't know everybody in the world. None of us know everybody in the world. So there probably is somebody in the world that's like that. But the majority of people, because of life, you living on this earth, we can be whatever type of starseed, lightworker, reincarnated goddess. We can be all those different things, but you're still having a human experience. And that encompasses so much. And even if you try to stay out of the fray, like myself, I don't run to danger. I try to run away from it. But people around me, or people I may be connected to, you're dealing with that energy as well. So it's not always you that is the problem. It could be someone else that you're connected to as well. It could be one or the other. But regardless, all the things that we go through in life, we have our moment. We should talk it out and deal with it. However, and that does sometimes include vocalizing that outward. But then we also need to balance it with gratitude and appreciation. You get to talking to other people. I know this has happened to me. I know it has happened to you. You get to talking to other people about your woes, and then they get to saying stuff about what they've been through, and you got to shut your mouth. Like, oh my God, I thought I had it bad. Or I thought I've been through something. And you look at this person and they're a victor in some horrendous stuff. Yeah, those are times to be grateful and knowing that it could have been worse. Even if you did suffer a little bit, I'm going to use myself as an example. Some decisions I made that I did get spanked by the universe, spanked by the Most High about. Didn't feel good. It probably set me back a little bit, but it was meant to teach me a lesson. And sometimes I went through several lessons several times, right? Because we tend to question our intuition, and because of all different types of reasons, and we're just trying to figure it out, right? So sometimes we need to go through lessons a couple of times to finally get it. And that's okay. But regardless, things could have been worse. Whatever the consequences of whatever it was could have been worse. So just being thankful, and I am thankful. I'll get on here, and I have before, irritated, and that's okay to get that out, because it could be a topic or issue that's going on that could be beneficial to someone else who don't have nobody to talk to, because this journey can be lonely at times. The ultimate goal is for us to find our spiritual family to help us along the way. But in the meantime, between time, while we're trying to find that, there's so many different stages, right? You have to be awakened, and then you go through ascensions with the S on the end, and then trial and error. It's just a lot, but it's beautiful, because when you look back and you're like, man, I've come so far. And even if you think about when you're having a moment of going back, you like, okay, I'm having a moment. There's no way I want to go back there. There's no way I want to go back there to whatever it was that you've come so far. So it's like you're pushed to keep going and push through whatever that barrier is. And it's a great thing, so just being grateful of life, and being okay with wherever you are, especially if there's been growth, being okay with where you are. And it's not always a marathon, it's a sprint. because it is so much that you have to learn, and depending on your purpose, other factors in your life, it may take some time to get to certain points in your journey that you need to be to go through that next level of evolvement. So yeah, it's just a beautiful sunny day. I don't really like the cold too much, but that's the region of the world that I live in. We're in that season of this. I don't, like I said, I don't really like it, but I appreciate it for what it is. Yeah, so like right now I'm holding my phone and my fingers are getting cold because I only have gloves on, like my one hand, because I'm holding the phone. But yeah, so just be thankful, be glad, and just be mindful. Yeah, be mindful of the beauty in a lot of things. And I'm learning still that even if a situation looks bleak, even if a situation looks crazy, out of that lesson can definitely be a blessing. It just depends on how you go about things and how you look at it. You know, they say that glass half empty, half full. That's one of my favorite sayings when I'm talking to my own self and trying to build my own self up, or, you know, trying to comfort my own self so that I don't give up. So just, you know, a lot of us don't have people to talk to. Our families are still in the matrix. They don't understand. They don't want to understand, you know, or maybe just they can't. The blocks are just that ingrained in them that they can't understand. You know, they think you're weird. They think you're don't know what you're talking about, and you more woke in a short amount of time than they've been their whole entire life. But don't let that discourage you. Like I said, keep going. So many, you know, I was gonna say there's so many resources out here, which I talk about that. The internet, is crazy as it can be, it is definitely a huge resource for people who need someone to talk to, need someone that's on the same, that can understand, you know, where they are, that won't judge them. I got plenty of people in my family that are so loving people, and, you know, they're loving people, and I do care for them, but I'm not going to share certain things with them. I know to not do that, you know, as much as I would like to. You know, I may share some things, but there's a cap depending on the person. That the cap is going to be different for different people. I'm not going to say certain things because I don't need anyone, you know, giving me bad energy. Or negative energy, like I don't know what I'm talking about, or what I'm dreaming about, or my goals are too far-fetched, or they just don't understand it. So in their mind, they're probably trying to tell me the right thing, and it may be the right thing for them. It's like, we have to think about it. All of us don't have necessarily the same purpose. We're all different. And it's like, just because you want to stay in, and some people they're comfortable staying in, you know, that box. But most spiritual people that wake up, we break out the box. We're breaking out that box. We're breaking out that box. That's, you know, some stuff that kept our ancestors and past relatives and all that in bondage. And they got older, and you look at them, they're in the same place that they was in mentally, they may have achieved a job and, got a couple of degrees, but mentally, they haven't gone anywhere. They haven't evolved. They're having the same type of conversation that they had 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. There's no growth. And for those that want growth, that feels like I should be doing more, I should be doing something else, I should be, you need to be around people and feeding yourself from different, videos or whatever, on having different, meetings or whatever with individuals who are on that type of time. That'll help as well. I know it's helped me. So maybe I can't share certain things with family and certain family members and friends, but I've found individuals that I can. And you could do it too. So it's okay. They're saying heavy is the head that wears the crown. And baby, yes, it is. It is. But all is well. We're in a great time. So, yeah. You guys take it easy. Until the next time. Peace.